Welcome to our 2023 Wildwood Lodge 42 QBQ. Starting right in the back corner here, we get your short cord inlet. So as you pop this guy open, you are going to find a little metal tab in the bottom corner there. It's going to line up with this tab here. Press those in together, little 1/8 turn will lock it into place. And then you have the threaded collar in the back there to properly lock it down. As you follow the cord back, you're going to find a standard 50 amp end here. Some campsites will have that, some won't. So we do provide you with this adapter here so you can take that 50 and go down to a 30. Most campsites do have that. You can just plug straight on in and you're good to go. We also provide you with a 15 amp adapter, so if you're looking to plug in at home to charge your batteries or run your fridge, you've got the power to do so. Right in your back bumper here, if you just kind of pull that plug out of there, inside of the bumper you're going to find your sewer hose. Take note of those two ears in the adapter here. It's help you hooking it up to your sewer system, and the hose itself, once fully extended, is about 20 feet long. Once you're done, just tucking it back in the bumper back here, pressing that cap into place, just to help keep any sort of stench out of the unit. To step forward and we get your gray outlet right here. So you just get that little cap, you're going to kind of press on that, give it a turn, it'll pop on out of there. You get your gray valve right there, you just open that up, allows the water tank to drain itself out. Same deal up front here. And then right behind the axle, you're going to find a black tank outlet. So it's going to work the exact same as the ones in the back there. It's just now we've got that black tank or black handle, a bit bigger of a pipe here as well. So this is just for your toilet. So because it's a toilet, of course, it's going to be your dirtiest water, so we'll want to dump that first. Once that's done, then you'd go and do the grays. You have a black tank flush valve right here, so you may notice over time after having gone and dumped this black tank, your monitor panel is still reading 1/3 or 2/3, whatever it may be. Typically, it's just some debris inside of the tank hanging between the probes. What you'll do is just take your water hose and plug it into there, turn on the water, open up that black valve, and that'll just flush out that tank for you, getting rid of any sort of debris that could be causing that issue. As we make our way towards the front, you're going to find your front sewer system here. So this guy is going to be for your front bathroom. Stuff in the back there is for the rear bathroom as well as your kitchen sink. Right, so same sort of black valve on the right side there, gray on the left. So of course, starting again with the black valve. Black tank flush for the front bathroom is just right there. Storage compartment here is right underneath your main bed. So inside of here, you're going to find your water hose, and inside of the water hose, you'll find this park adapter once you pick up the unit. Right. In the front corner here, you got your water inlets. So city water connection on the right side there. Water hose plugs into there, turn on the water, and that'll pressurize the lines throughout the unit. Fresh water tank fills just right here. Same water hose plugs into there, turn on the water, and that fills up your tank. You know that tank is full once it starts spitting water out of that vent there. Down underneath, we got that white valve there. That's your fresh water tank drain. You just open that up, allows itself to drain itself out. And then just right back here, you get low point drains for this side of the unit. Just open those up, allows the water lines to drain themselves out. To the front of the unit, you do have a battery disconnect switch. So it's just that little red key there. So that pointed up right now is it currently turned on. If you were to turn it counterclockwise down to off, that'll then of course turn it off, and you can pull that key right out of there. Inside of this box is your battery itself. As long as you're plugged in through your short cord in the back or your 7-pinch tow vehicle, that battery will be charging for you. Underneath this cover, you get access to your propane handles. For the video, I'll just pull this right off, and I can show you that changeover in the back there. So it's currently red, pointing to this tank, so letting us know we've got no propane and we should be running off of this tank. So as you open this one up, you'll see it then go green, letting us know we've now got propane in the system. If it were to go red while you got your tank open, it's just letting you know it's now empty. At that point, just close it off, put the other side, run off of that while you get the other one filled. Standard tongue jack in front. On this side of the unit, you get your low point drains for this side. Same similar valves there. You just open those up, drain themselves out. Entrance here is into your front bedroom. You just get this little T handle there, sits into there, holds the door open for you. It does hold the door in a 90-degree, just that it doesn't come out and contact your awning arms. Your 3 sets of stairs are all the same. You're just grabbing that handle, flip it on out, flip that last step over, and you can make your way inside. It'll be the same deal at your patio steps here. Right beside your patio, you've got your hot water tank. You're just going to take that keyway there, and you can line it up, pop it on open. All your controls for turning it on with propane are just inside the unit. Turning it on with electricity is just this little switch down here. Flip that on, turns it on with electricity. Before turning it on with either source though, you just want to hit this relief valve right there. You should get a shot of water coming out of there. If you're not getting any water come out, there is a chance that it's empty, and you do run the risk of burning out your elements. So just make sure it's full before firing it up. We've got it empty right now just because the unit is completely winterized. Once you're done, just lock it back down with the keyway. Right beside that's your exterior shower, so you'll get a key just like this guy here. You can stick it on into there, open her up. And you get the standard 3-foot hose of hot and cold water. So if the dog's out getting muddy, you can spray him off before he goes inside. Once you're done, just tucking the handle back around, tucking the knob right around the handles again, and locking her back down. Up from there, you'll find 2 exterior speakers there, and then up in between them, you got your stove vent. The propane stove is putting off fumes whenever you use it, so you want to make sure that that flap here is opened up so that our fan inside can evacuate said fumes. There's a little flap in there as well, so if you're going traveling, you're just going to kind of press on that until it clicks into place, and that'll prevent any dust from kicking up in there while you're out traveling. Exhaust frame furnace is right down below all that. So of course it does get hot, you just want to make sure it's not blocked off. GFI protected outlet, as well as cable and satellite outlets. If you want TV outside, you got the power to do so. Rear entrance goes into the back bathroom here. Then right here is just your exterior kitchen. As you open this up, you get a couple gas struts that hold it open for you. You get the one little light there, just on its own center push button. You have a TV backer here as well, so if you want to mount a TV outside, it's going right there. Open storage across the top, as well as on the right side. Hot and cold water at the sink, of course. And then the fridge is 120 volt only, so as long as you're plugged in, this guy will be going for you. And then lastly, just right in the back of the unit here, you do also get this little propane tank, or sorry, barbecue tank, right? So you just get that little pin there, you just be undoing that, and then it kind of just swings on around. There's a quick connect right underneath it. It'll just attach right into there. The hose is inside of that barbecue already. Then lastly, and right in the back here, got your cable and satellite inlet. Coax cables plug into their respective ports, fire up at your TV location. And that's it for outside. So we'll make our way inside of the unit now. We'll go in that front bedroom door. So for your assist handle here, it's just up 90 degrees, then it falls into place. We'll make our way inside the front here. So as you come up into the front bedroom here, you got your two light switches right up on the wall. One on the right does your porch light outside. One on the left does your bedroom lights themselves. And then we can just come through this doorway here and down the hallway. And right up inside, right in from your patio entrance, you've got your slide out switches. So that's right down in the bottom corner there. You're going to press and hold out, and the slides will all make their ways out. The slides are all tied in together. They're on a hydraulic system. So it's just going to kind of go with whichever's got the least resistance will go first, and then it'll just kind of slowly bring them all out. Once they're out all the way, we're going to kind of hear the load on the hydraulic motor. It'll kind of whine a little bit. If you had your lights on, they'd dim down a bit as well. So there we go. That's the sound we're looking for there. Right in the bottom center here, you got your ceiling lights. Turns on this dimmer switch here, and you just press that switch. Turns on all of your ceiling lights. Press and hold that switch, and the lights will dim down. Continue holding, they'll dim back up. Release at any point to choose that level of lighting. Outside speaker, you turn that on. Just turns on little blue lights inside of your exterior speakers there. This light switch here is for your awning light, so we'll show you that once we get that opened up. And then your water heater on propane is just this switch here. You turn that switch on, you get that little red light there letting you know the ignition sequence will start. Once that sequence is started, that light's going to go out. It's going to try that 3 times. If after the third try it hasn't fired up, this light will come on and stay on. At that point, just off, back on to reset it. Water pump switch on the left there. You turn that switch on, turns on your water pump, drawing out of your fresh tank to pressurize your lines. Then up top, we get your monitor system. So on the far left, you have battery. You can see we're currently full. So because we're charging, it's going to read full. As it goes down, it'll go to a 2/3, thirds, and empty. By the time you get to a third, you're going to want to get yourself charging again. Fresh tank, as you fill that up, will go to a third, 2/3, and full. Same idea for your black one and your black two. Black one is going to be your main bathroom. Black two is your back bathroom. Gray tank is going to be for your kitchen sink, as well as the bathroom there, the main bathroom. And then galley, I believe, is for the rear bathroom. This big switch right here turns on your ceiling fan. With that ceiling fan going, you just have this little chain here. Selects your fan speed, and then right across from that you have another little switch. Just chooses whether you're pushing the air up or pulling it down. And then your awning switch is right on the far left from there. Press and hold extend, and your awning will make its way out. Once that awning's fully extended, we're going to see a little black flap come down, or sorry, a white flap come down, as well as the black of the metal tube. Once you see that, you're going to stop. If you're to continue extending, it can actually wind itself up backwards, in which case your fabric would be underneath the tube, allowing it to hold water, accelerating the growth of mold and mildew. There's our flap, and there's the tube, so we'll stop right there. Now if it were to start raining, it's of course going to hold some water anyways. What you're going to do is grab either arm, front or rear, just pull straight down on it, and you can see that changes the pitch of the awning out at the head, allowing water to then run off. Now if you like that angle better because it does give you more shade, you can do the same thing with the arm up front. Before you bring them back in though, you want to make sure that these guys are back out straight and fully extended, just so you're not running the risk of bending them. And then we can press and hold the track, and the awning will make its way back in. Again, you're just going to watch to make sure that your fabric stays over top of the tube. And the last thing to keep in mind with your awning is it does catch a lot of wind. So once you get up to about 10 or 15 kilometers an hour wind, you want to bring it back in, again, just so you're not running the risk of bending your arms. All right, so while we're waiting on that guy to come in, I'll show you right inside the entrance here. You got your GFI protected outlet, test on the bottom, reset on top. So if you ever have outlets that don't work, it's the first thing you should check. Then also right inside that entrance is your fire extinguisher. That's standard, pull the pin, point and shoot. So that's the awning in all the way there now. You get this other little switch right across from your entrance. There's a little accent light across the bottom there. Entertainment area, pretty straightforward. You get your TV there, all hooked up, ready to go. It is hooked into these your sound bar here as well, so you can kind of get that surround sound type feel. Power button there is going to turn it on. Select to get through all your inlets, select through all your settings and mode through all your inlets. Volume controls on the right side. Zone 1 is the sound bar itself. Zone 2 is your outside set of speakers. Back here you can see our prep for Wi-Fi, all pre-wired. Your antenna is already hooked up. That little green light there is just letting you know your antenna is turned on. Little black button there beside it turns it on and off. That will drain down your battery, so just make sure that you're got that turned off if you're storing the unit. Right cable and satellite outlet right above it, and then your power outlets beside that. For fireplace here, power button there is going to turn it on. Center right, you get your bottom illumination, or the flame color. And on the left center, you have your bottom illumination. On the left, you have your off, low, or high heat. And on the far left is a timer of 30 minutes up to 9 hours. Power button there, turn it back off. Into the slide out, your lights just got their own side switches there. Right, so this is the Chase Lounge, or the Versa Lounge that they refer to it. So we just got this little decal here, this little sticker here, just kind of shows you the different orientations of it. Basically, the big key piece being that this guy right here is solid and has those little legs in the back of it. So you can see there's the one little pocket right there that it sits in. Same sort of pocket on this side here that you could flip it around, kind of creates a bigger couch there. Then you can also take your table, wiggle the table up and out of its legs. The table will then sit onto those 4 bases there. You can take your back cushions to fill in that center, and you can basically just make this one great big bed. Couch here does fold down as well, of course. You pop up the base, and there she goes. And underneath this guy, you're also going to find some storage. Right, you get all those little bins there as well. Same deal underneath your dinette. Right. In the kitchen here, you get your storage right across the top. When you pick up the unit, you will find a binder inside of here. It'll have all of your owner's manuals, any remotes, any keys, anything like that for the unit. You'll find them right in here. Underneath there, you get another little push button light, hot and cold water at your sink, of course. You do have the mobile head there with the shower head feature, dual basin sink, some storage down underneath, just being mindful of your drains and your water lines. When it comes time to winterize the unit, your your hot water tank is just right there. It's got all your bypasses for that right there. Around the corner, you get your LP detector. Propane's heavier than air, sits on the floor. This guy detects and starts going off just like a smoke detector would. Your smoke detector is right kind of down the hallway to your bedroom. There we go. Up from your LP detectors, a couple of light switches. Right, just do the accent lights across the bottom, and the one on the right does the accent light above your slide. Drawer space here, as well as some more open storage. Return air for your furnace, you're just going to make sure it's not blocked off. For your stove, you just get the bifold cover, just flips on back. Then you can take the knob, turn it over to light, hit it with a sparker. And just as it clears all the air out of the propane lines, keep hitting the igniter. And once you have propane here, she'll fire right up. There we go. Right, so once you're done, just turning them all off, letting it cool down, and closing off the grill again. For the oven, you just open that up. Knob on the right side, you push that into pilot, and then just continue hitting that sparker. And again, just as it clears all the air out of the propane line. There we go. Once you have that pilot light going, you just hold the knob for another couple seconds, then you can release and the flame will hold itself. Turn up to your desired temperature and she'll fire right up. And once you're done, turn it back down to pilot and it'll hold just the pilot light for you. But if you're going traveling or leaving the unit for a while, you just want to make sure it guy's right off. Okay. Switch right beside it, press it up to 1, does your knobs, down to 2, does the knobs as well as the oven. Microwave, pretty standard, just like home, just the addition of your light as well as your fan. Right. That's that fan that you want turned on with that flap outside opened up just to evacuate any sort of fumes. More storage across the top. That outlet back there, of course, is for the microwave. And more storage again. The fridge is a household style fridge, so residential style fridge. It is 120 volt. You do need to be plugged in for it to be working. This little travel latch right here. When you've got the doors closed, right in between them, you can kind of get through that little threaded hole. You just tighten this guy down just so it doesn't go flying open on you if you're going down the highway. Around the corner from there, you get your pantry. So one little travel latch, you just undo that and you can slide it on open, just the barn door style. Underneath that's your converter. You're going to press the top and center to pop it on open. All of your breakers are on the top there. Whenever a breaker breaks, it sits in the middle. So just turn it off and then back on to reset it. All of the fuses on the right side. Whenever a fuse pops, you get a little red LED right beside it letting you know exactly which one went. And now into your thermostat here. You get that bottom bar. You're going to press that to wake it up. Press it again and come into fan low. Fan low will turn on the air conditioning fan and just move some air around with the low fan. Fan high, same idea, just now we're using the high fan. Cool high is where I'll have the compressor come in and out as needed, leaving the high fan on all the time. Cool low, same idea, compressor in and out as needed, just now we're using the low fan. Cool low auto is where it becomes an on-demand system and both the compressor and the fan will come in and out as needed to give you your cooling. Cool high auto, same idea, now we're using the high fan. Temp selection just with your arrows there. Okay. With your air conditioner going, you got two different options. You can have these two louvers here closed, in which case we'll be using all of our ceiling ducting to move the air, or you can open them up and it just dumps all of its air into the living room here. So when you first get out to your campsite, you want those open, cool off this air as quickly as possible, then you can close them off, start moving the air throughout. After cool high auto, you hit that bar again, it comes down into heat. Right, so electric heat, I assume, is running the electric heater inside of the air conditioner. And then gas would of course be your furnace. Select your temperature and that'll fire up the furnace. Furnace is moving its air through all your floor registers. And then after heat on gas, you hit that bar again, it just comes down into off and then just kind of cycles back around. Into the back bunk room here, your light switch is over up on the left side there. Lights in all the bunks, just on their own center switches there. Right, as well as up on the wall here. Okay. This bunk does also flip up. Right. Then you have just the little travel latch there just to lock it off. Right. All open storage across the back wall here. TV backer there, of course, as well as your cable and satellite outlet and your power outlet for it. Drawer space, just all open storage back here. Right. This couch here is just kind of a bunch of foam pieces molded together or folded over together. So basically you can take this, open it up, and create another little bed. The back cushions are just individual as well. Same sort of flip up bunk right here. Same sort of travel latch right in the back corner. This window right here is your emergency exit. You'd be pulling this red tab to get rid of the screen. Take this handle here, throw it outside, hop on out. All right. And now lastly, we'll just go up to the front bedroom. Or no, we got a bathroom back here still. All right, so this is that rear entrance that you had from outside. Up on the wall there. Switch on the left is your porch light outside. The one on the right is your interior lights. For your roof vent here, you're going to press and hold, sorry, you're going to turn it on, then you're going to press and hold open, and the roof vent will open itself up. Right, once you're done, you can just turn it off. It'll turn off the fan, turn it back on to close it. Toilet just flips on open. You get your flusher right in the right side here. Hot and cold water at your sink, of course, and a little bit of storage underneath it. Just being mindful of your drains and your water lines. Of course, don't want to be breaking none of that. Right, and now we'll go up to that front bedroom and the bathroom as well. Right, so into the bathroom, same light switch there, straight on the right side, turns on the light, hot and cold water at your sink. Into the shower, your travel latch here, you just kind of want to bring it together, and then you can undo it and open her up. Hot and cold water with the deluxe head and the stainless hose, of course, a little bit nicer than the standard. Right, and then once you're done, again, just closing it together and putting that travel strap in place. Toilet, same thing, get your flusher on the right side, a little bit of storage right behind it. Inside of here, you're going to find your toilet paper dispenser. We don't install that just because location's personal preference. This customer did opt for the Max Air roof vent, so we've got the power button there, all hooked up, ready to go. Right. So once you have it open, you have all your different options here. You got your fan speeds. You can see it's read out in a percentage there. You can also hit this guy here to select whether your air is being pulled in or pushed out. Then you can open and close your fan, right? And then you also just set your temperature there so that it tries to achieve that by itself. Right. Okay. And then in the hallway coming up to your bedroom, you do have your central vac system here. So you have that slider, you just open that up, your hose would attach into there. Access to the bag is just that back there. Power button in the bottom. Underneath it is kind of a dust pan eliminator. Allows you to kind of sweep up any sort of dust over here. Pop this guy open, it sucks it on up for you. And then lastly, just the front bedroom here. Now that we've got it all opened up, you can kind of see a bit better. You have a thermostat up here. This guy's going to be, or would be, for your front air conditioner. If you were to have that installed, you are pre-wired for it. Also have a big switch here, which again, I assume would be for a ceiling fan if you had that. Or sorry, no, this big switch right here is for your scare lights across the front of the unit. Right? If you pick up the foot of your bed, you do get access to your storage compartment. In the head of the bed, a couple light switches there. The little personal reading lights, you do have a little movement on them, just on their own little switch there. A big light on its own center switch, same sort of reading light over here, and then just open storage across the top. Closet space in the front is where you're going to find your central vac hoses, as well as your TV box. If you're looking to pull the TV out for winter storage, you've got somewhere to keep it. Cable and satellite outlet, as well as your power outlet, and then just all your drawer space here. Pretty straightforward, nice simple unit. If you've got any other questions on it, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.